All right, hey everybody, welcome back. Another news feed. Don't forget I post 1, 2, or 3 videos every single day. Hit like, subscribe, join if you want to get all my videos before anybody else does. And here we go. Forget the Kia boy. Steve's now stealing RAM touchscreens in only 30 seconds. Thieves. I think laws need to be much stricter for thieves. I think they need to, this has all got to stop. This is out of hand. These people think it's no big deal. It's out of control. I cannot stand a thief. I cannot stand a thief. I cannot stand bad people. I cannot tolerate or stomach these. And here they go. But so what's happening here? The one thing we've learned from the Kia boys is that no car is safe on the road, no matter what the security system is. A criminal can still break into any car. We know that. Unfortunately for Ram owners, thieves discovered they can make easy money without driving away in their trucks. A worrying trend that's gained traction in St. Clair Shores, Michigan, where I actually grew up and was born at, was in St. Clair Shores, Michigan. Beautiful place, actually. Not a bad place at all. Has thieves breaking into trucks and stealing touchscreens. It's unclear what criminals do after stealing these screens, but it's believed that they sell the devices online. The process doesn't take more than 30 seconds. So pretty soon we're going to see like big metal cages that go over your touchscreen, just like we saw the metal cages for the catalytic converters. And like we see all these hose clamps and lock gizmos for tailgates. Why can't they just make these where if you steal something from somebody's car, you go to jail for 10 years? That'll make them not steal no more when they know that. Put them in jail for 20 years. Better yet, give them a life sentence. I don't care. Make it more serious. God, I cannot stand politicians and their soft on crime, stupid policy. But it says right here, the process doesn't take more than 30 seconds. Like in the case of the Kia boys who only needed 25 seconds to get inside and start the engine, Ram thieves start by smashing a side window. Most often they hit the rear window on the driver's side, and then they can open a driver's door and get inside the truck. Once they're in, the thieves proceed with the touchscreen removal. For some reason, Ram secured the display into place with only 2 screws. And because of the criminals are already repaired with the necessary tools, probably a quick little Ryobi vroom, vroom, drill gun with a Phillips bit on it or a Torx bit or whatever it needs, removing takes only a few seconds. Police claim that a thief can get inside and run away with the touchscreen in only 30 seconds. Data collected by local detectives revealed that thieves have stolen 16 touchscreens in 2 months. The main recommendation is park your truck in a well-lit area. We learned from the Kia boys that it doesn't matter when you do that. They can be in and out in half a minute. They don't care where it's parked. However, it's impossible for a thief to hit your truck if you park it inside. If you have a garage large enough for your Ram, put it in there and avoid parking outside overnight. We should not have to do this. Crack down on the problem instead of making us supply Band-Aids. Okay, when I was in Michigan, 4-car garage. Never parked a car in a garage. A garage is for working on stuff and doing things. I don't want to have to put my car in the garage to protect it from jackwads. And that's what we got to do. Crush the jackwads. Okay, solve the problem. I don't understand it. But anyway, if you have a Ram and you have this screen in here, this is something you have to be concerned with. This could spread. It has not yet. And it says right here, otherwise it'll be interesting to see if this trend gains more traction as police claim the thefts have been reported all over the Tri-County area. This stuff will spread and it's going to go and it's going to be a problem and this is going to be an issue and it's a sad thing that we have to deal with. And, like I said, the problem is our government. Our government and our judicial system is the problem, not your Ram truck. But because nobody fixes the judicial system, we have to pay the price. Food for thought. Anyway, let me know what you're thinking on it. Next one on here. Ford's unkillable pickup truck right here, okay? Truck proves it can keep going after 1 million miles. Yes, it can, but don't think for a second because this 2013 Ford F-350 went out and did 1 million miles that you're going to go ahead and pick up your 2025, Super Duty 6.7 and you're going to get 1 million miles. Don't assume anything. Okay, this one's got some different things on it. We'll talk about that in a second. And it goes for Ram. It goes for any truck made today. So we look at this. Yeah, he's got it. Okay, so it says I highlighted stuff that matters. This is a 2013 350 Super Duty 6.7 Power Stroke diesel. The truck is possibly one of the highest mileage vehicles in the world. According to its owner, it's managed to cover an incredible 1.3 million miles. Very well done. That is fantastic. the A-Rod who interviewed him said the owner didn't tell him that it already had, or did tell him. A-Rod is the guy interviewing him, and the owner told him that the truck already had 98,000 miles on it when he bought it. It had 98,000 miles on it already when he bought this as a used truck. Okay? It says right here. And it says it also gone. It says the car getting a million miles, phenomenal achievement, and so it's only logical that anyone would want to know how the owner Super D managed to keep it going this long. Okay, one of the main things that this truck has is its exhaust gas recirculation. Okay, the EGR system, basically all the EGR stuff, all of your emissions system, and diesel particulate filters have all been deleted. These items were both removed at some point before the current owner had it. So they were gone in the first 100,000 miles. All of the emission system stuff for this, the diesel regulations were removed. This truck was deleted somewhere in the first 100,000 miles. That's huge. Okay. They go on to tell you that if, it's not 100% legal to do this, you could be in trouble depending on where you live. He also keeps the speed down while he's towing. Whether the owner of this F350 is towing everything, whether it's from a tow bar on a rear bumper or from a fifth wheel hookup, he never drives any faster than 55 or 60 miles an hour. That has to be very hard to do today on our roads today, to only drive 55 or 60 miles an hour. That has to be very disciplined. That's very impressive. But they say would be a lot less stress on the engine. Amazingly, this F-150 has barely had any mechanical work done. That's what they're saying. At the time of this video was recorded, the owner had replaced the transmission, the transfer case, and the transfer case a month before as a bit of preemptive maintenance. He also had to do multiple turbo replacements, replacing driveline U-bolts or U-joints twice, the 4x4 hub lockouts 3 times, and it only needed 2 sets of new brakes, one on the front, one on the rear. Considering how many miles this has done, that's absolutely incredible. So let's look at that. First of all, we know it was deleted. By being deleted, we saved the engine. We know that. And again, that's the problem with the vehicles today. The new diesels today, they are not, if it's not deleted, they're going to be a battle with the stupid EPA stuff that's on there. The emission stuff that's on it is an issue. Now here he says, barely any mechanical work done. Well, I don't know if you've ever had to replace the transmission and transfer case on a diesel, but that's no small feat. I would guess, I'm guessing that was that was way north of $10,000 to do that. That's my guess. I don't know, but that's a pretty significant thing that you got to do. He replaced the turbos multiple times, multiple turbo replacements. This I understand. Turbos today are considered kind of a wear item. They're going to go about 150, 200,000, maybe 250,000 miles, depending on how you drive, and then you got to replace it. Some vehicle manufacturers charge a fortune. Toyota's like $8,000 to replace the turbos. Chevy's more like $2,000 to replace the turbos. So you have to take that into consideration with the vehicle you buy. But turbos are a wear item, a replaceable item, just like a wet belt is on a Ford, just like a water pump is on a car, just like a timing chain is on anything else, just like everything else, like an alternator. It's a wear item. It is what it is for turbos. So that makes sense. I understand that. U-joints, no big deal. The 4x4 lockout hubs 3 times. But here's the interesting one. It only needed 2 sets of brakes. Why is that? It only needed brakes changed once in the front and the rear in 1,000,000 miles. Because he's highway driving the whole time. He's not touching his brakes except when he gets off at an exit. So that's why. And that's very good. Cannot complain about that at all. But that's why. This truck only sees highway miles and low miles. But it's a great thing. There are also others out here, and they talk about other vehicles that made it. But here's one for you guys. Okay, we know about the 1,000,000-mile Tundra just happened. But here's one for you guys you might find interesting. This 2007 Frontier from Chicago, though, has easily racked up the most miles of all of them. It was owned by a delivery driver who easily got it up to 1,000,000 miles through his work and just kept on going. Well, Nissan heard about how many miles I made on his 2007 Frontier had done. They reached out and offered to give him a brand new one at the time, 2020 Nissan Frontier, for free that he could use until he retired. That's a fantastic gesture from Nissan. We know Toyota did that with the first guy to get the Tundra up to that, and the Tacoma guy that did. So it's a beautiful thing and fantastic. But there's a Frontier, 2007 Frontier, that is in the the million, above, way above the million mile club before Nissan bought it back and gave them a brand new one. Very, very nice. So questions, comments, anything you got on this or the Ram thefts or any of this stuff, let me know down below. Thanks for watching.